Isaac, what is your advice to fellow Africans to help them contribute their quotas to their to develop their communities?
One of the things that I hate to reference, because it's a very old theory, but it comes out very importantly, is Maslow. You know, Maslow talks about how we as human beings, and even Freud talks about how human beings we always kick back to our basic instinct.
Yeah.
And so the average human being wants to have food. The average human being wants to have sex. Those are motivations that are instinctual. And I always say that we live in a very polarized world where there are multiple viewpoints about a lot of things. But
okay.
No matter our viewpoints, we can't beat biology.
Yeah.
That one you can't beat biology, and you can't beat evolution, you can't beat history. No, you can't. Like, no matter how social revolutionist you want to be, those things, they will fight back. Because they were here billions of years before you came, and our existence cannot change that. I'm bringing up that because most people will not be able to make any change because they don't have their basic needs. And even when they have their basic needs, you have to fix yourself before you can fix anybody else. That's something that you have to understand. Like, you have to grow to become that person, right? Where you have a certain kind of, people disagree with this, by the way, but this is also the viewpoint of Jordan Peterson, who is also a very controversial figure.
Oh, so you know Jordan Peterson. Okay.
Yes,
that's interesting.
I'm
a fan.
But yes, me too. So, by the way, I have had email correspondences with Jordan Peterson.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So what I would like to say to the average young person, I don't know whether the person is listening to me, is that if you are unfortunate enough to live in an environment where your basic needs are difficult to find, I think that there is one equalizer. The one equalizer is ambition.
Okay.
It's not even taught. It's not taught. I don't think it's not taught because, like, I think that for the most part, you need to be socialized into thinking. But I don't think ambition, you need to be socialized into ambition. I think it's a choice. I think ambition is a choice. And so what I would like to say to any person is to choose ambition. I think that when you choose ambition, although it's a very difficult path, when you choose ambition, your entire viewpoint of the world changes. You build strength, you build muscle to face the world. Like Jordan Peterson again will say that, in actually Carl Jung. In Carl Jung, it's like facing the demon, right? Choosing ambition is to like face the demon, right? That is the forgotten it, but that is the archetype. The archetype is that most people don't do that. Most people don't face the demon. Most people are looking for like soft life in our parlance. Now, like, most people don't want to do the difficult thing. But the best thing that you can do in your life, for me, I think, is to choose the difficult part, especially if you come from underprivileged backgrounds. Because choosing the difficult parts, for me, builds your character, elevates your, it's the fastest way to self-growth. And if you care about bringing people out of poverty, choosing ambition is what is going to allow you to build the frameworks that other people can easily build on. Like, think about the Dangotes that we have.
Yeah.
Their generations are not going to be poor because obviously Dangote's grandfather was at a point some of the big richest people. But that's my point, basically. When we build the foundations, our generations are going to make it easier. You're going to give them a more easier route. So choosing ambition is what I would like to do, because the reason why I'm saying this is that the average young person now wants to choose the easiest way to success.
That's what
I don't think it works.
That's what unfortunately, that's what the world preaches. Okay. And when those people who choose an easy life, then when they don't achieve that, then they blame someone. Then it must be the fault of someone, not themselves.
Exactly.
It must be the fault of that person because he has power. It must be the fault of that person because he's from a rich family. It must be the fault of that person. See, that's one thing I see in the West that Africa cannot afford. That ideology of wanting things easy. The truth is that the matter is that nothing worthwhile comes easy. Okay? So if Africa, that is still at the bottom, trying to crawl its way out, if the people choose easy life, that means they will stay down in the dungeons for longer.
For a very long time. Yeah.
So I agree with you. Ambition. Okay. If more people choose ambition and work to achieve those things they want, yes, on their part, they will affect people around them.
A lot of people.
Exactly. A lot of people around them.
And I think that's the way to live life. You need to live life to expand your territory. Like your life should be able to affect more people. And the only way to do that is by choosing to do the difficult things in life.
Exactly.
Like, yes, you can live a life where you are basically cruising to it, taking decisions where you're not going to be affected. Like all the things that are going to the world, it doesn't touch you, it doesn't affect you. But you will live your life, and I feel like at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, you won't feel fulfilled. And I feel like you would be very fulfilled if you took a very difficult path, as this poet, the road hardly taken, written.
Oh, okay.
This guy, what's his name? Reginald. What's his name?
I have the book. I can't remember his name up there. Yeah.
So
that's a great book. I recommend. See, it's called The Road Less Traveled. The Road Less Traveled. It's a fantastic book. I recommend it to anyone. See, it's
so essentially people should take the road less traveled.
Yeah. So